Hey everyone, welcome to the Dankest Dungeon. Today we're going to be building our decks with commanders from the new Bloomburrow set. This is actually our second foray into Bloomburrow. If you want to catch the first games that we played way back when, check them out here in the upper right. Oh, and we actually have some sponsors today for this video. So how would you like some ads? Let's go. This episode is sponsored by Card Trader, the global card marketplace with a massive variety of cards available for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Tired of ordering from multiple sellers and having to pay multiple instances of shipping? Card Trader has you covered with the Card Trader Zero system. Order from multiple sellers and they will send their cards directly to the Card Trader warehouse to be safely stored on your behalf. Then have Card Trader send any or all of the cards being stored directly to you for one single shipping cost. Head over to cardtrader.com and use the promo code DANK, all capitals, to receive 5% off your first order. Also, please consider using the affiliate link in the description box below to help support the show. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's Jason, and today I'm playing Flubs the Fool. I'm gonna discard my hand and then hopefully get value in other ways as the game progresses.
Hey, I'm Brett. I'm here playing Valley's Voice. Hopefully we'll get to do some things, fun creature things, and go off.
Howdy guys, it's Nate. Today playing Eluge, the Shoreless Seas. I hope they brought their giant wooden boat for all of them and all of their friends, cause everything is going to be wet.
Hey, it's Matt. I am playing Wildsear, Scouring Maw. I have essentially built an Enchanter's deck, but then I threw a bunch of bad cards in it, and we'll see if they work out.
Hey everyone, welcome. Let's go ahead and roll off. I got a 6.
7.
6.
9.
Okay, good job, Matt.
I've done it. This hand is like fine. I'll keep it.
Yeah, I think this is okay. I will keep this.
I'll keep as well.
I will not. I gotta ruin the fun, sorry guys.
That's fine. You can go to 6 too if you want.
You can just concede now.
Just, I can keep the second one.
Go ahead, take us away.
I'll draw. Visager is a land, which I'm sure I will not regret anytime. But I can use it to cast Birds of Paradise. Pass.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw for my turn. I'll play a Spire Garden, untapped, and do nothing with it. Go ahead.
I will play this Flooded Strand. I will have a Steam Tense entered untapped, taking 2 more life. Tap that to play a Soul Ring, making Matt regret his Visager.
A little bit.
Pass turn.
I will play an island. Say go.
I'll draw up a turn. Play a Portent Tracker. I can tap it to untap target land. I can tap it to choose target battle. If an opponent protects it, remove a defense counter from it. Otherwise, put a defense counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery. It's mostly for the top ability, I would say. Then I'm going to play the best land, Dryad Arbor, and I'll pass.
I will draw. I'm gonna go ahead and play a Rejuvenating Springs, untapped because of all you guys. I'll pay 2 for a Lotus Cobra, and I'll pass the turn.
Draw. My land for turn is going to be Horizon of Progress. A new card that reads pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any land that you could produce, 3 and tap it, put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, 1 and tap it and sacrifice it, draw a card, and then I will pass the turn.
Play an island. Pay 2. Play an Arcane Signet. Say go.
I will untap and draw. It's a basic mountain. 5. I will put my commander onto the stack. Wildsear, the Scouring Maw.
Well, I have nothing, but Brent has 4 mana open.
He does. It's a little frightening. It's a 6/6 trample. Enchantment spells I cast from my hand have Cascade. I will pass the turn.
Oh, we're way behind on this.
Oh, geez.
All right, back to me. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna go ahead and play an island for turn. Trigger Lotus Cobra. I will make another blue. I will use that blue and pay 2 more for my commander, Flubs the Fool. I may play an additional land on each of my turns. Whenever I play a land or cast a spell, I draw a card if I have no cards in hand. Otherwise, I discard a card. I'm gonna go ahead and play a forest. Trigger Flubs, trigger Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra will make a red. I will discard Galvanic Iteration. And then we will attack Nate for 2.
My guy.
And I will pass my turn.
I'm going to activate Horizon of Progress to put this land in the battlefield tapped.
Oh, wow.
It enters tapped anyways, and it surveils 1 Elegant Parlor into my graveyard. Then I will go to my turn. Land for turn will be a Misty Rainforest. 2 for an Azorius Signet. 3 for my commander. Valley's Voice gets +X+O, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. Creature spells you control, or I cast have Offspring 2. which makes a 1/1 copy of them.
You gonna play your commander next turn, Nate?
I'm gonna pass the turn.
Plain Island. Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit of the whole table, basically. Cast my commander, Eluge, the Shoreless Sea. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of islands I control. When it enters or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. It becomes an island in addition to its other type. I'm flooding my own island. The first instant and sorcery spell I cast each turn cost 1 blue or 1 generic less for each land I control with a flood counter on it. Sego.
I will untap and then draw. My land's return is Deserted Temple. Taps for colorless, I can pay 1 and tap it to untap target land. 6. I will cast Finale of Devastation, X is 4. I'm gonna find Eidolon of Blossoms. It is a 2/2 enchantment creature spirit. When it or another enchantment enters under my control, I get to draw a card. Attacking you.
Me?
Sure, why not?
I got a 0/5. I could block most of that. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah,
Okay. 6 commander damage from the pup.
that's all I got. I will pass.
2 mana for a Mana Morphos. It makes 2 mana of any color and I draw a card. Trigger Flubs. I'm gonna go ahead and discard Increasing Vengeance. And then it will draw a card. 4 mana for an Oracle of Moldiah. I can play an additional land on each of my turns, and I play with the top card of my library revealed. I may play the top card of my library if it's a land card. Trigger Flubs. I will discard a Case of the Locked Hothouse, revealing my top. It's a land.
And a surveil land at that.
I'm going to play this Hedge Maze from the top of my library as my first land for turn. Trigger Flubs, trigger Lotus Cobra, and let's see what else is on top. It's that guy. Also trigger this for a Surveil. Lotus Cobra will make a green. I'm gonna put this guy into my graveyard. Okay, in that case, I'm going to discard Nature's Claim, which I would have liked to kill your Eidolon, but I needed a land on top. I'm gonna play an island for my second land for turn. Trigger Flubs, trigger Lotus Cobra. I will make a red with this one, and I will draw Squee. Revealing. I will play my third land for turn. I'll make another red. Use those 3 to cast Squee. Trigger my commander. I don't have cards this time, so I'll draw this Commercial District. We have a Reckless Impulse on top. I'm gonna pass.
End step, we will fetch. I fetched up a Ragoon Triumph, and then I will go to my turn. Basic island for land for turn. Flesh Duplicant Offspring. I will actually have them both be oracles, and they have Vanishing 3.
Double reveal the top card of your deck.
Double negative, it's actually not revealed.
It's not a land. Volatile Stormdrake Offspring. I will take Matt's commander for sure. Probably gonna take the Lotus Cobra because it does the same thing as a Bird of Paradise, but possibly more for me. I guess I'll pass the turn.
I will play my land for turn, being Rivendell. Enters untap because I have a legendary creature. 2. Fish Liver Oil on Eluge, the Shoreless Seas. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has island one.
Seems pretty good.
Combat. Brent, I'm gonna swing Eluge at you. On swing, I get to flood something. I'm gonna flood Rivendell. And Sego?
Let's start with, since you were so nice to turn off my commander, I suppose I will turn yours off as well. You have a Canvas Transformation. When that enters trigger, it will draw a card, and then Eidolon will also draw a card, so I will draw 2 cards. Land for turn is Commercial District. The hard way, I will simply Surveil. That card's fine. 3 mana. I will cast Words of War. It is an enchantment. I can pay 1, and the next time I would draw a card this turn, it deals 2 damage to any target instead, which I will use to draw a card. And that's it. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw this Reckless Impulse, revealing Mystical Tutor. I'm going to pay 3 mana to cast Galvanic Iteration from my graveyard. Flashback. That will trigger Flubs the Fool. Discard Commercial District. And the next instant or sorcery spell I cast will be copied. Pay 2 for Reckless Impulse. It'll be copied by Galvanic, trigger my commander. I have no cards in hand. I will draw this Mystical Tutor, revealing Polluted Delta. So the top 4 are going to get exiled. It'll be Polluted Delta, Forest, Ragavan, Mountain. Revealing Elvish Spirit Guide. 1 blue for Mystical Tutor. Trigger my commander. I will draw Elvish Spirit Guide. Jessica's Will will go on top. I'm going to exile this Elvish Spirit Guide for a green. I'm going to go ahead and play my first land for turn. It'll be this mountain. I have no cards in hand. I will draw Jessica's Will. It's a Ramanop Excavator. 3 mana to play Jessica's Will.
Pay 2, cost reduced by 2. I'm going to Cryptic Command. Counter target spell. I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay, trigger my commander, I will draw the Excavator, revealing Past in Flames. Play this Polluted Delta, discarding Excavator. My third land, I will play this Forest. I have no cards in hand, I will draw Past in Flames. Revealing 6. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the Delta, grabbing a Steam Vents. Revealing Valakut Exploration. I'm going to cast Dragoman, trigger my commander. I will discard this Past in Flames. Flyers, Brent?
None currently, because mine got turned off.
Let's smack you for 3. And I'll pass.
Because they're vanishing slowly but surely. I'll reveal land 1 for turn. Reveal. I will surveil that away. I also get a mana. Oh, wait. Reveal. Skyclave Apparition. Exile that.
Sure.
Sacrifice Horizon, that mana floating to draw a card.
Perplexing test. Bounce all tokens, bounce all non-tokens.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna Dockside Offspringed.
I got 2.
I have 2.
Yeah, you'll get 8 total.
Jason, 6. Since you already have 6 of this specific card's commander damage on you.
I'll take it.
Pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna play this. Opal Palace. Go to combat. I'm gonna swing Eluge at you, Brent. Unswing, I'm gonna flood my Opal Palace. I'm going to Seagate Restoration. I'm gonna draw cards equal to the number of cards on my hand plus 1. I have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game.
I'd rather you didn't.
Bro.
That was pretty good.
I'll pay 2. I'm gonna play a Swifties. And say go.
If you appreciate the content we're creating and you'd like to support us here at the dungeon, the #1 way to do so is to sign up over on our Patreon page. Some of the Patreon benefits include access to our full deck lists, voting privileges for polls held over on our Patreon, and shoutouts at the end of every video to let everyone know how awesome you are. If money's tight and becoming a patron isn't the best option for you right now, we totally get it. Simply liking our videos or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, or commenting down below all help as well, and are totally free. With the release of Bloomburrow, it seems like a great time for another giveaway drawing here on the channel. For this drawing, we'll be giving away 2 individual sets of our custom artwork tokens that we use here on the channel. And I'll also be throwing in this troll face soul ring that I altered way back when I tried my hand at painting magic cards. For your chance to win one of these 3 glorious prizes, simply comment down below and let us know what your favorite card is from the new set. All of our Patreon members are also automatically entered into all drawings held here on the channel. So if you'd like to double your odds, head over to patreon.com/dangusdungeon and check it out. Hey, so you may have noticed that we're using a new life tracker app in this episode. We're trying out the Playgroup.gg EDH tracker. Not only does Playgroup.gg track your life totals, it tracks game statistics, deck statistics, and offers leaderboards for bragging rights with your friends. Stick around until the end of this video to get some statistical data from today's game.
I'm going to go to my turn. Case of the Locked Hothouse, which is the thing that you got rid of before.
Yeah, I used Oracle instead.
I can play an additional land on each of my turns. When I solve it, which is when I have 7 or more lands, I can look at the top card of my library at any time, play lands and creatures and enchantments off the top. It's an enchantment. I will trigger the Eidolon of Blossoms and draw. I am going to tap this Birds of Paradise and cast Seal of Fire. It is a red enchantment that I can sacrifice to deal 2 damage to any target, but also it's an enchantment, so I will trigger Eidolon of Blossoms and draw a card. I'll play a Cinder Glade for turn tapped because I haven't found any more basics. I'm going to play Shatter Skull the Hammer Pass on the backside, paying some lives. I'm going to tap both of these manas to cast Fertile Ground. Enchanted Land taps for an additional mana. I'm going to put it on the Cinder Glade. Trigger. I'm going to draw a card. 5, 6, 7. I have 7 lands. I can do stuff.
He has solved it.
I'll untap the special land because it's cool. And I will pass the turn.
I'm going to untap and draw this Valakut Exploration, revealing Pongify. I'm going to pay 3 mana for Valakut Exploration. It's an enchantment, landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I can exile the top card of my library. I can play the card for as long as it remains exiled, but at the beginning of my end step, if I have cards exiled with this card, I put them into my graveyard, and then I deal damage equal to the number of cards to each opponent. I will trigger my commander and draw Pongify, revealing, hopefully a land. No, a Beast Within. Paying 1 blue for Pongify, targets Eidolon of Blossoms. I will trigger my commander, draw Beast Within.
I'm going to Power Blast it.
The other one.
All right, we can do this again, old man.
Why are you like this?
I will draw this Containment Construct. Please have a land on top. Nope. I guess we will cast this. Pay 2 for Containment Construct. This is a 2/1 artifact creature construct. Whenever I discard a card, I may exile that card from my graveyard. If I do, I may play that card this turn. Trigger my commander. I will draw Think Twice. Also not a land. Nate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 your way.
Okay.
I will get a treasure. Exiling
Rapid hybridization.
exiling rapid hybridization. Pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 1 blue to cast Nate's rapid hybridization.
Yep.
My target's gonna be Dockside Extortionists. Trigger my commander. I will discard this Think Twice. I will be done for the turn.
We'll go to my turn. We'll draw. Revealing Fairy Mastermind. 5. Imperial Recruiter Offspring. So I get 2 tutors. My first tutor will get me a Trophy Mage. My second tutor will get me a Peregrine Drake. Reveal the top card. Not a land. 3 mana. I'm gonna Trophy Mage. Jason, 6. Matt, 7 in the air.
Block with the
Yep.
Drake.
8, 9,
Are you just trying to kill me now?
10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need more than 1 creature, Nate.
Unfortunately.
And then I will pass the turn.
I'll play an island. Cast a Flood of Mars, a 3/3 with Island Walk, and when it attacks, put a flood counter on target creature or a land. The land becomes an island in addition to its other type. The creature becomes a Flood of Mars. I'm going to put a pair of Swiftfoot boots on the Flood of Mars. Both of these are coming your way, Brent. Trigger Flood of Mars. Your commander is a Flood of Mars.
Okay, let's put all the creatures back in our hands. Casting Perplexing Test.
I will respond by dealing 2 damage to this thing.
Yeah.
It's all non-token.
Yep.
I do get a 2/2 then.
Oh, because it does leave the battlefield, yep.
That's all I got.
I'm going to go to my turn. 3, 4, 5. I will throw my commander deck into play. Look at him there. Isn't he cool? Maybe he'll do something. I'm going to pay 2 mana and cast an Artist's Talent, a new card. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I may discard a card. If I do draw a card, I can pay 3 to level it up, which makes all my non-creature spell cost 1 less. Then I can pay 3 again to level it up a second time, so that whenever a source I control will deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much plus 2 instead. Cascade. I can find a 1-drop or less. Exploration. Alright, first land drop is City of Brass. Cast this Elvish Reclaimer from the top of my deck. Second land is this fascinating Dryad Arbor. I can hit you for 3 though. I suppose I will attack you with this 2/2 illusion as well. Alright, that's all I got. Pass turn.
Okay, let's start with cast a Containment Construct. Cast an Oracle of Moldiah. Revealing a land. I will drop my commander.
Flubs.
Casting Lotus Cobra, triggering my commander, discard Squee. Play this land off the top. Trigger Lotus Cobra, trigger my commander, discard Ragavan, exiling it with the construct.
Can I read a little Storm Drake real quick? Hexproof from activated abilities. I couldn't have sealed or fired it. I'm gonna get the Skyclave then instead.
Alright, we're going back in time. Matt had killed the volatile Stormdrake earlier. It was not a valid target because it has protection. He's killing the
Skyclave Apparition.
Yeah.
landfall, Valakut Exploration. I will exile this card. Can play it until end of turn. I'm going to play this Forest from the top. Trigger my commander, trigger Lotus Cobra, trigger Valakut Exploration. Cobra will make a blue. Discard Savvy Trader. We'll do it here. Valakut with exile of Verdant Catacombs. I have 1 more land drop. We'll do the Verdant Catacombs. Trigger my commander, trigger Lotus Cobra. So I have a green and a blue. Let's also get a red. I'm gonna exile this card with Valakut. Draw this card. It's a Scalding Tarn. Pop this Verdant Catacomb, chucking in a Breeding Pool. Revealing Delayed Blast Fireball. Trigger Lotus Cobra to get another red. Let's go ahead and use all this mana to cast the Savvy Trader, discarding this land. When it enters the battlefield, I exile target permanent card from my graveyard. I may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Spells I cast from anywhere other than my hand cost 1 less to cast. I will exile Case of the Locked Hothouse. When that came into play, Valakut should have exiled this.
Sure.
Revealing Jitaxian Probe. Popping the Arid Mesa, grab a Thundering Falls. Revealing the top is an Eternal Witness. I'll let that go to Valakut Exploration. Trigger Lotus Cobra. I'll make a red. I'm going to use this last red. Let's get Ragavan in here. I will draw this birds, revealing Augur of Autumn. I'll pay 1 green for a Birds of Paradise. Drawing this, revealing Laboratory Maniac. Go to my instep. These are in exile. Everyone take 4. Those will go to my graveyard at the end. I will finally pass the turn.
This will untap and then sacrifice. Colorless floating, white, blue, red, commander. I still think I want to go right back to where I was oracling because I need to get more lands. Hopefully I can a land pocket here. Yes. Land 1 for turn. Land 2 for turn.
Oh boy.
Land 3 for turn.
You've done it.
Solitude. I do have that 1 energy for before. It's about to be relevant for
Stealing shit.
stealing shit. Let's fetch. 1, 2, 3, 4 to offspring it. Volatile Stormdrake. 4 energy on the first one entering. We're gonna start with Oracle on the first enter. This one enters. Yeah, I guess I'll take Lotus Cobra. I have 3 energy left over. We're gonna use all the treasures to cast this Giver of Ruins, Offspring. And then I will pass the turn.
Play a land for turn, being this island. Phase 4. Cast my commander. Enters. We flood this island. I'm gonna give him a pair of shoes. Combat. Wings. 7 of Brent. I'm gonna flood this island.
I will jump block with the Imperial Recruiter.
Okay.
Offspring.
Damn. Main 2. I'm gonna free cast a Spectral Deluge. I'm gonna return each creature my opponents control with toughness X or less to their owner's hand, where X is the number of islands I control. I'm going to return all creatures with toughness 7 or less.
Okay.
I'll say go.
Land 1 for turn is this basic forest. Land 2 for turn is this Timber Crown Pathway. Land 3 for turn is this command tower.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. I'm gonna use 5 of it for my commander for the 3rd time. Wow, look at that.
Still at only 5 mana though.
3. I'm going to cast Endurance. When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target player puts all the cards from their graveyard on the bottom of their library in a random order. Green. I am going to cast Gaia's Touch from the top of my library. Trigger Artist Talent, trigger Wildsear. I will discard with Artist Talent first. I will discard this Dryad Arbor, draw a card. Then I will Cascade 1. Instill Energy. I will put it on Wildsear. Trigger Artist Talent. Discard and draw. I'm going to discard Birds of Paradise and draw a different card. Okay. Instill Energy will resolve on Wildsear. It has haste, and I can pay 0 to untap it. And then Gaia's Touch. Gaia's Touch says it has an activated ability that I can pay 0 to put a basic forest from my hand onto the battlefield once per turn, and I can sack it for 2 green mana. Let's start off by going to combat. I will attack Jason for 6s.
Okay, that's more than enough commander
Wonder
damage
what
to
it
kill
does.
me.
Second main, Nature's Claim your Swiftfoot Boots, taking a damage.
I'm gonna gain 4.
Trigger Art's Talent, because I cast a non-creature spell, I will discard and draw. I'm going to discard Tracker. I will then sacrifice my Gaia's Touch to add green, and cast Seal of Primordium, Cascade, and then discard and draw. Carpet of Flowers. Carpet of Flowers will trigger Artist's Talent. I'll discard Elvish Reclaimer, draw this card, and then Artist's Talent for Seal of Primordium will trigger. Discard Turn Timber Symbiosis and draw this card. Monoland drops, I'm out of mana. I'm untapping my commander, passing the turn.
Colorless Floating. Red. Commander. 5 offspring cost. Peregrine Drake. So these will enter. I get to untap a total of 10 lands, but 5 lands twice. Float a blue, a white, and a red. Untap on the second one. Imperial Recruiter. Lauren of the Third Path. 3. We'll cast the Lauren without offspringing it to get the Seal of Primordium.
I will blow up your Soul Ring in response.
Okay. Flesh Duplicant with Offspring. They will enter as copies of Peregrine Drakes. Float 3 blue, and we'll use that 3 blue for the Cloudstone Curio. 1 mana for Giver of Ruins. Blink the Flesh Duplicant. 4 Flesh Duplicant Offspringed. So the way that it'll work is Flesh Duplicant will enter. It then makes the Offspring copy. The extra copy will bounce the original Flesh Spring back to my hand from Cloudstone Curio. They will all enter as Peregrine Drakes continuously, making me...
Any amount of mana.
You have infinite mana and infinite 1/1 offspring drakes. Yeah.
Yep. So once I have all that mana, the last one entering will return Imperial Recruiter in my hand. I'll cast the Imperial Recruiter Offspringed. Go and grab. My 2 tutors will be Delaney and Molten Gatekeeper. I will cast Molten Gatekeeper Offspringed. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield underneath your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then I will cast Delaney. It doesn't really matter what I bounce, just keep infinitely doing it with the infinite mana I have, doing 1 damage to everybody continuously.
And Brent is able to offspring his way to victory. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Zinnia's pretty cool, I think. Thanks everyone for watching, and catch you next time. Thanks patrons, especially Jacob M, Paul K, Jared R, Kiji CB, Thaddeus R, and Mad Hatter Mage CJ. And thank you to the rest of our patrons as well. We couldn't do it without you.